how do you price your goods and services? How do you price it to your clients?
If anybody's coming in as a client, we need to take them through a process. That process of, okay, we're doing this for you, and this is what we are doing, exactly what we are doing. This is the amount of revisions that you're going to be getting, or this is the amount of revisions you're going to be getting, and this is how we are going to be onboarding you. You're going to know our creed, our mission, our vision. You know what we stand for and what we do not do. Clients will come with, I have a problem. They don't know their problem. They don't really know the issue. But
they want a solution.
They want a solution. And then you are the one that now has to do the brain work to start thinking, what is the problem? What is the problem? Because they want results from you. And if you don't give them those results,
it's going to be a problem.
Yeah,
you didn't deliver.
This program is supported by ACT Foundation.
Hi, my name is Peace Akinola. Many people call me Coach Phoebe, and I'm popularly known as Coach. And my business name is Full Switch Marketing Agency. So we've been on now for, I can't really say, but since August, like late August 2025, up to now. One of the skills that has really helped me to navigate my business for the external part of things, trying to service clients, is what I would term or call abnormal storytelling. You can also call it disruptive storytelling or disruptive marketing. And this is when you actually take, you do things differently. Think of Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings, that kind of different. So yeah, that is something that's also helped me navigate my business so far. Yes, I am. Definitely.
This program is supported by ACT Foundation.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Smartgrowth. And today I have with me Peace Akinola, the founder of Full Switch Marketing Agency.
Yes.
Right. And before we started before we came on air right now, I was asking you that, okay, I need to know the meaning behind Full Switch. How did that come to be?
Okay, so in the beginning, we wanted to actually just make it switch. So the idea around it is I wanted to be able to take business owners from that place of just normal creativity. I have an ideology of doing things the abnormal way.
Oh.
So I wanted to take them from just doing the normal stuff, normal marketing, normal storytelling, into that, creativity beyond normal, which is like what is on our merch, right? And
creativity beyond normal.
That's like our tagline. So that was really what I wanted to be able to do, to switch them from that place of just being normal, invisible, to global. Yeah, that's the idea actually around it. So when you're working with us, if you're a full switch brand, the idea is that something in your business has to change. That's the idea.
That's great. So we've been saying your business. So what exactly do you do at Full Switch?
Okay, so Full Switch is a marketing agency that basically deals with creative digital marketing solutions. Okay. So what we do is, like I said before, we want to be able to take business owners from that place of invisibility. Now, let's say a business owner, for example. Now, we know already that a lot of people have agencies. Okay. I do not, it's a very saturated market. Yeah. So, but then when somebody wants to work with you, I feel like your value is what really matters.
Okay.
No matter what, no matter who you are.
Yes.
What can you give?
What are you bringing?
Yes, what are you bringing to the table? What can you give to these people? What difference can you make? They've tried other agencies. What makes yours different? And so we want to be able to make sure that we are taking them from that place of you've tried, you've always tried, you've done a lot of things. We want to take you from that invisibility, that place where you don't even know what to do anymore, to global steps, global stages, global, everybody knows your business and you can scale, you can generate revenue, and you can just, double up everything.
Oh, okay. So I actually wanted to ask you about, I have seen a lot of digital agencies. Like everybody is now into digital marketing. Yeah. I'm sorry, but everybody's into digital marketing now. And it seems like everybody's doing the same thing. So I really wanted to ask you before that, okay, what are you doing different? But now you've given me your expo, like the abnormal. You don't do things the way others do things.
Yeah.
Like how do you expect me to do what everybody is doing? Like, I'm not doing the normal thing.
Yeah.
So I actually want you to hold on to that, like doing creativity beyond the normal. Like that's something that will make you stand out and apart. And also, if I ask you about digital marketing, what is that one skill that, apart from you being abnormal, what has made you actually stand out again in the digital marketing space? What are you doing differently apart from what you just mentioned?
I think it's also storytelling.
Okay, when you say storytelling, in what sense?
So, telling stories, when you hear we want to tell a story, people say, I can tell a story, and you see different people tell their versions of the different type of stories that we have. But storytelling really has a mechanism to it.
Okay.
And when you're saying you want to tell a story, it's to be able to make people feel something.
Okay.
They have to be in your shoes. They have to, see, let's just take, for example, Nike. Let's even take Red Bull, for example. Now, Red Bull does this animations and all of that. They like to make you feel like you are with us, like we are together. Yes, you're part of something big. Same thing with Nike. You want to feel that you are actually part of them. So they're not isolating you from the story. They are helping you to become part of a family, like a community.
Okay.
And so I think that it's very important that when you are marketing anything, especially digitally, it is important for you to be able to just move away from that. Everybody's telling a story. Everybody wants to. My mother sewed shoes yesterday, and today we are now, Everybody has aspire type of story. But to be able to make it, something that everybody can, especially the target audience of the business that you're trying to, market. Okay. You need to be able to put yourself in the shoes of that particular target audience to understand them. What do they want? An example of that, again, is Spotify Wrapped.
Oh, something different, standing out from the rest.
You see how Spotify Wrapped they have unintentionally, I'll say intentionally really, from their own marketing end. But for you, it's an unintentional. You don't think that you're marketing for them, but you are. So, because every end of the year,
you're posting it. Everybody is getting their wrapped.
You want to, your brain is, oh my God, I need to see my Spotify Wrapped. And then you want to post it.
Let everybody see it.
Everybody sees it. Before you know it, millions of people are advertising for Spotify Wrapped.
Unintentionally.
So that's something. It's just thinking differently.
Thinking differently and storytelling. I really, really like that angle, storytelling. So when you tell your story in a way that people resonate with you, and I like artists. Musicians that actually tell their story.
Yes.
They bring music to you from a personal point of view. You tend to relate well to those type of music. So talking about you doing your thing in the creative space in the abnormal way and using your storytelling as a focal point for it. So I would say again, let's go to the angle of growth. So since you started you said you started August, right?
Yeah.
So since you started August till now, I'm very sure when you started, you didn't have a structure to your company.
Yeah.
So as you've grown over the few months that you've started the company, how have you taken your, for a lack of better word, how have you taken your business from hustling to a structured growth? How did you take it from hustling to a structured growth? Because I believe that as a business owner, if you do not have a structure, it might not work.
Yeah.
Because you need to know, okay, this is how we do this from this to this. Not that we are just doing everything all around anyhow.
Yeah.
So how do you move from being an hustler to a structured entrepreneur that wants to grow?
Okay.
So how do you move from that?
All right. Okay, so let me first start from where we started from.
Okay.
So when we started, like I said, it was, let's say we started on that basis of, we had a project that was actually coming up, and we needed to have that structure, that platform, let me call it a platform to be able to undo that project, number one. And for, at the end of the day, when you're doing case studies, you want to be able to say, oh, I did this, and it's the marketing agency that did this.
Okay.
And so when we started, we needed to be able to rebrand. So we started that rebranding. And then the rebranding, to be honest, I was rebranding with just interns at the time. Yes. And this project was a global project.
Wow.
Yes. It was the first of its kind in Africa, first of its kind in Nigeria, the first of its kind in Lagos. So it was the first of its kind. I did it with my partner, shout out to her. And it was something that really pushed us. And that's why when I say creativity beyond the number, I know what I'm saying. It pushed us beyond everything.
Okay.
But when we started, one thing that we did was, God always gives strategies for different businesses. God gave us a strategy for this particular project. And we knew what we wanted to do.
Okay.
So we started, and then going through the whole thing, I would say that the results that we got, if I say it out loud, you will know that it cannot be human results. I'm not joking. Imagine that in 6 weeks, from just like one project, we had over 200 million impressions.
Wow.
We had over 50,000 people, social media following.
Great.
And this was we had no track record. This was a new project that was just coming into Nigeria, Africa. So we had a track record. And so it was just that thing where I believe that when God has given you a strategy, you just follow it.
Just stick with it.
Yeah. So that was how we started. And then it was just, like I said, it was just intense.
Okay.
But after the project, when we were done, and also a need to actually make sure that if anybody's coming in as a client, we need to take them through a process. That process of, okay, we're doing this for you, and this is what we are doing, exactly what we are doing. This is the amount of revisions that you're going to be getting, or this is the amount of revisions you're going to be getting, and this is how we are going to be onboarding you. You're going to know our creed, our mission, our vision. You know what we stand for and what we do not do, so that you don't come in with unnecessary requests.
Expectations.
Because, in agencies, that's one thing. Clients will come with, I have a problem. They don't know their problem. No, it's true. Let's not lie. They don't know. I'm serious. I've had conversations. They don't know their problem. They don't really know the issue. But
they want a solution.
They want a solution. And then you are the one that now has to do the brain work to start thinking, what is the problem? What is the problem? Because they want results from you. And if you don't give them those results,
it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
You didn't deliver.
Yeah. So that's like how we now started to make sure that we want to be able to take you through that process. We have a call with you. We know what you really want. We ask you again and again, is this what you want? There is already a set, template. And then you have our onboarding. We have an onboarding document where you see everything, our mission, vision, every single thing that you need to know, even the amount of revisions, so that you don't, ask like a lot of other things that are outside the scope.
I get what you seem like you've gotten this down to like the T. We know what we are doing. So let's divert a bit into the finances. So when we started this conversation, I told you a lot of people are doing digital marketing.
Yeah.
So when it comes to your brand, when it comes to Full Switch, how do you price your goods and services? This is you don't deliver a tangible good.
Yeah.
So how do you price your goods and services? How do you price it to your clients in this competitive space that does not look like, oh, you are going over,
yes,
and not like, oh, you're undershooting yourself. Yeah, do you get? So how do you stay on the limit when it comes to pricing, and you're still profitable, not that you are just giving people discounts? How do you do that? How do you tackle it?
I love that question, and I love it because it was something that was really a problem. In fact, it was when you started your business and you started with $1 million, how will I put it? It was a contract that came in the millions. So it wasn't. We were not going for small. We're not ready for the small things. We wanted to go,
bigger.
This is big, so we go bigger. But I realized that after that time, trying to pitch clients, you get their feedback and they're like, this is too much and all of that. I was thinking about it. What do we do? Right. And what I decided to do was to structure our offers. So we have offers that are do-it-yourself offers.
Okay.
We have offers that are done for you offers. Then we have offers that are done with you offers.
Okay, can you break that down?
Now, so the do-it-yourself offers, those are like campaign kits. We have campaign kits, we have templates. One of them is, I call it the plug-and-play switch kits. So our brand name is something that is very versatile that we use for every other offer and everything that we do. So plug-and-play switch kit is for every business owner, that, especially small business owners, that want to be able to have a structured template for each seasonal campaign.
Okay.
You know, the thing with small businesses, they're doing a lot of things at the same time. So because of that, they are not able to think, oh, Christmas is coming. So before you know it, what you are seeing is Christmas sales on their flyer or Black Friday sales. And people have already gone away from that. The brain, I don't know, I want to say psychology now. So when people say, when people see naturally, when people see things like Black Friday sale, they're not saying it. You think they're seeing Black Friday sales, your flyer, but they're not even seeing it. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Their brain has gone into arbitration in such a way that they have seen these things so much. It's a repeated stimuli.
So because, yeah, I get it now.
So because they have seen it so much, it has lost its significance. You are saying Black Friday sales, but people are not taking you seriously.
Actually.
So you stay stuck at that position for a long time. And so this particular plug and play campaign kit or switch kit is for them to be able to, before all those things, you have your Ramadan, your Christmas campaign, every campaign
season
of the year. You have it in that template. And what you just do is you pick, maybe we are doing this thing where we have different ideas for different industries. So if you're in the fashion industry, there's an idea for you. If you're in the food industry, there's an idea for you. If you're in the agricultural or agri-tech industry, there's an idea for you.
So no same kits for the same brand.
Yes. So you are able to now pick, I'm in my fashion industry, I'm in the fashion industry. These are the ideas that I can do, right? And then you know that this is the pre-launch idea, the launch idea, the post-launch idea. It's that broken down. Yeah. So, and then it's majorly for small business owners who do not really have that, a lot of budget to be able to pay an agency. So I call it like a digital product per se.
Okay.
We have other templates. Then the Done With You offer, I call that the Switch and Scale training program.
Okay.
This is for founders. It's also for creative managers. It's also for creatives also. So this is where we train you. Now, if you do not want to pay the Done For You, where we do it for you, we now train you, or we train your team on how to do it.
Okay.
Right. So that is also, so all those offers, the way I'm mentioning or the way I'm saying it now, you obviously know that this one is a low ticket offer, this one is a middle ticket offer, this one is a high ticket offer, right?
Okay.
So the one that now has the Done For You, where we now do it for you, is the high ticket. Now this is where you can say, okay, all these ones you are giving me, I don't want to. Now we are now saying, all right, if you don't want, no problem, bring it, we can do it. And that's the high ticket. We also have retainers and all of that. So that's how I have really structured it. So nobody is missing out on anything. We meet you at every stage of your business, every stage of your growth, and then we still make money.
Okay. That's... You really, really know what you're doing. Like, you've really got it down to the T when it comes to money. Because I'm very sure a lot of clients will have told you, oh, this is too much.
A lot.
Then instead of you saying it's too much, okay, we have this offer. Why not go with this?
Yes.
It does not cost this much. Like, why not go with it?
Exactly.
That's very... So we've been talking and we have limited time. So another thing I want to ask you, since you started the business, it's been, let's say, 6 months, thereabouts. Have there been some challenges you've faced challenges you faced when running the business?
Yes, in fact.
Like, you're saying like a lot, right?
Oh my God, a lot. My first challenge was doing everything myself.
No team. You didn't have a team before.
I had a team, but that thing where you are just what do you call it now?
Overstimulated. You want to do everything yourself.
Like, you're just someone that's so perfect. You want to everything, because you feel like if you don't do it,
they will not do it right.
Sometimes I'm awake 3 a.m. You are not doing well. So it's just, you want to do it on your own. So I think that was a problem for me.
But have you learned how to delegate now?
I have to learn.
Nobody tells you to do that. When the workload gets a lot, you be like, okay, I need to let some things go.
No. I mean, like it's a lot. That was one, and then another thing was also getting these clients.
Okay.
Right. I mentioned already that the reason we structured our offers this way was because every time I pitch to someone, they're interested. I mean, we already know that we have the ideas, God's grace helping us. We already know that we have the solutions. We know what we want to do. But by the time we are now, pitching and we get to that place of sharing an invoice or sharing our pricing plan, they're like, this is a lot for me at this stage and all of that. And, the thing with agencies, again, is it's a rule. I'll call it an unspoken rule, actually. With creative agencies or digital marketing agencies, you have to be able to give proposals before the client now approves. Now, those proposals take work. You can stay 2 days, 3 days on a proposal. And it can be long. So imagine you writing a proposal for a client that is not going to pay. Or a client,
doing all the work.
I mean,
without.
I have been stressed and at the end of the day, I'm not ready. And I'm like, and I went through all of this stress. But it's an unspoken rule. You have to do it. It's an agency rule.
But sorry to cut you off there. So you've mentioned 2 to 3 problems you face. No, first one, delegation. You've sorted that out, delegating. Yeah. But now talking about this, how have you been able to bypass this problem, or how have you found solution to this problem, or are you not just, because you said it's an unspoken rule, unspoken in the sense that it will happen, but what are you doing, or what do you plan to do to make it bearable for you and your team? Because it's unbearable when you have to go through the work of preparing a proposal for a client, and at the end of the day the client says, sorry, we are not interested. So how do you want to go about that? It will not be a loss to you as the agency, even though the company still says you're not going with you. So how does it not affect you?
Okay, so thank you again for that question. I would start with, first of all, saying what I said in the first place, taking our clients through a process. So during that part of, getting your clarity and everything, we ask you, what stage are you at now in your business?
Okay.
Right. So when we know your stage, we can know that, I don't think this offer is for you. Again, but going down to our offers, right? I don't think this offer is for you. I think you need the DIY offer. I think you need the done with you offer, right? So just so that we are not wasting our time. We're not wasting our time.
That's
so
very key.
Understanding where you are at in your business. Where is your growth at? What are you doing? Are you in the introduction stage? Are you in the maturation stage? What stage are you at? So that we can now know that, okay, this is what we can offer you. Okay. And so if you say, we have the budget, right, to write a proposal for you, and then at the end of the day, God willing, at least that one, the risk is still going to be low. If you say, okay, you don't even like which I believe that you actually like, but if you say you don't actually like maybe what we are trying to offer you, the let's say use case, the amount of clients, let's say from 1 to 10 will be about just maybe 2, 3 that would not want the offer.
Impressive.
Yeah. So that's
so still on this discussion, this particular issue. So when you about to pitch to a client, or maybe a client comes to you okay, we want you to write a proposal to help market this and this product. So do you charge for your consultation, for your first meeting? Do you charge?
For now, no.
You might want to consider charging.
Okay,
you've been growing over months now, so I think you already have a stronghold. You're standing well already. You might not be standing where you want to be, but you're already standing. So I believe consultation fee should come into play right now.
Okay.
So it's not a loss for you. This is where it comes in, it's not a loss for the agency. Okay, we're doing all this work to prepare the proposal. We are pitching to you. We are doing this to you. We are giving you consultation, but it's for free. We need you to pay something. You don't go to a doctor's. Even the doctors, when you go to the hospital, before they cure you of what you came for, they get a consultation fee, right? So I want you to look into consultation fee. So not just consulting for free. It might be on a discount, but still attach it to something. So when people know that, okay, this is attached to a price, they understand that this is valuable to it. It's not that we are coming to talk to you.
Yeah.
That talking holds value. It is monetary. Like there is substance to it. So don't waste our time and don't waste your own
time.
So to wrap this up, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years, like your brand? Where do you see yourself?
Okay. So thank you again for that question. One thing that I would want to do at the end of the day is actually to really help SMEs. And the reason for this is from a personal place.
Okay.
So when we started the agency, I just started as, like I said, we got a project and all of that. But going further, I discovered that I had some consultation calls with SMEs. And I discovered that their restraint was really about, I don't want to take this risk. Because I have already spent a lot on other people that, agency hurts, all those things. You don't want to be able to take the pain again and all of that. But you know that you want to scale. You know that you want to go digital. Especially when you are still on traditional marketing. That's... and you want to go digital, but you are afraid, right? And this also, again, like I said, came from a personal place. My mom has a store, like a small shop, and I saw how that she was going, to that place like every time, but the amount of, the kind of revenue she should be making over the years. I mean, if you look at it, if you are doing digital marketing, you'd have made a lot.
You've gone far and wide.
Yes, but the amount of revenue she should have made wasn't, that's, I would not say it's something, I mean, it's okay, but it's not so cumbersome. Like when you look at how digital marketing has actually totally like changed everything. So those things are things that I want to be able to help SMEs do, to help them see that you can go from being just traditional to going digital. Number one, you can increase your revenue. Number two, you can scale, and you can even contribute to the economic development of Nigeria in such a way that you also provide jobs. So that's something that I want to do in the long run.
Like, this is an applaud for you. You really know what you're about. You know where your brand is going, and you know what you want for your brand, which is very, very interesting. So the key takeaway from this episode from me to you will be consultation. So charge for your consultation. It shouldn't be always free. You can do consultation for your first time client, give them a discount. For your recurring clients, they should already know by now. This comes at a cost. Even before we start working with you fully, you pay for the consultation we give you. Right? So I think that's something you should look into. And I think we're done for the conversation. It was really, really an interesting one for me. I loved the insight I got into your business and how you intend to grow over the years. And everybody, this has been Smartgrowth, and I hope you really enjoyed this episode of Smartgrowth. And a big thank you to Peace for coming on the show, the founder of Full Switch Marketing Agencies. And till I meet you on the next episode. Bye for now.
This program is supported by ACT Foundation.